initialized.
What isn't?
Stormcrawlers aren't tank busterable.
They're not tank
Yeah.
busterable? What?
What the fuck?
That's
crazy.
okay. I think that should be changed.
Yeah, I'm just checking there in the spreadsheet. I got.
Those things are the tankiest tank that ever tanked.
Yeah.
So they should be tank busterable. It's shocking that they aren't.
I think you're gonna need, like, let's say if you're Soviet, you're gonna need like 3 MiGs to kill off one of them.
Or at least 3.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. I think that gotta be changed. It's too high of an HP. Just make them tank busterable, susceptible to air damage.
Make them tank busterable. That should be alright.
Okay. Going back to turning off my microphone. Hey, so we just realized that on a previous game, one of the reasons why Sir kind of won is, well, we already knew that Stormcrawler is like a very high HP unit for tier 2, but we never realized it's like higher than Mammoths. Mammoths is a tier 3 unit. And not to mention, it doesn't receive increased damage from anti-air aircraft. So I think we're gonna be suggesting that change soon. So anyway, pulling up the production here. Both of them are at good timing, I'd say. Oh, sir, you're not queuing up your buildings. What is going on? I think he's distracted or something. So in CA, if you delay, like in the beginning, if you delay your production, it's a huge damage. It's a huge damage. You'll be like this. Hyper is like around 10 seconds ahead,
Yeah,
10 12 seconds. Yeah, I just pointed out in my commentary here. I'm not gonna mention, but I feel bad. So yeah, Sir just realized, okay, what the fuck? I wasn't building anything. That's why he says that's tragic. But let's see if this translates into a good advantage for Hyper or not. Like, will he win? Will Hyper win or not? We shall see. So right now, both of them are just laying down their spotters. So that if ever there's an infantry or any vehicle that passes through here, they'll be notified because they hear, let's say your screen here, your Hyper, your screen is right here, and you hear gunshots. Even if the gunshot is like right here, you will hear it. So in a way, this is an indication of a good player because you hear gunshots. However, if they die, the player, like, let's say this one, Sir, he'll be notified, like aside from the gunshot, he'll be notified that he lost an infantry or he lost a unit. So he just needs to press space and then he'll be notified that he was like here. So that's a sign of a good player. Placing in spotters on spots you want to have vision, because in CA, this just means if these guys are not dead, that means there's nothing over here, there's nothing over here, and there's nothing over here. So you are safe on the flanks. That's why it's pretty
make
imperative.
another disintegrator.
It's pretty imperative to have spotters on the side giving you information.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't think Hyper has realized. No, I don't think he has. I don't think he has any way to realize it that this was delayed. Anyway, we see the classic 5 harvesters rather, because he's making another harvester from the war factory. So Hyper is here trying to expand. He's not yet making the radar. Sir is now tier 2 with the construction of the nerve center. Hyper is still making his radar, but that is okay because usually when you do that, that's a way for you to get a quick buck, or you expand so that you can get money quicker. Compared to this, the money here is just using the ones he had spawned with, whereas Hyper is already opening his venue on where to get the next set of Tiberium. So in other words, he's trapped, right? Like for this area here for Sir, when these are out, he needs to go
Hello?
out and expand, get the
Hood rat.
refinery. So we have here Hoodrat in the voice chat, but he's not the type of guy to talk. So you won't hear his voice unless if he does unmute and talk to us. Right now, Hyper is just poking around, trying to see where the buildings of Sir and where Sir has expanded to. So he sees this too. He already knows that there's an expansion.
No way.
Okay, that will be $200. Fucking hell. I'm just referencing to
Like the script.
the script we did. So as I said before, he used to have 5 harvesters here. He transferred 1 harvester to here because it's pretty much empty.
Oh.
Oh my God, there
So
we go.
that's the advantage of having extra harvesters in your main base. So it's not gonna be hard for you to do this. Hyper is still on 4 harvesters, so that means every harvester will bring 650. If you do the math, 650 times 4, that's like 2006. Whereas we have here from Sir having 6 harvesters, he will get 3,900 for every harvester that holds in. But here, unfortunately, because it's almost run out, it's not going to be the full load every time it unloads to the refinery. So if anything, Sir needs to go here or here. Actually, send one here to this location here so that it quickly diminishes. So we are here with Hyper trying to scout. Good shots from the MLRS. Hover MLRS. I don't quite call them HMLRS. That's way... I don't know. That's just me, I guess. But Hover MLRS is one of the most annoying to face against, especially from a player like Hyper, who always have a high APM. 30 APM, not really high to like other RTS, but if you remember, this RTS is not like StarCraft, where there's like a lot of micro movement or stutter steps, where you move in and then attack, move in, attack, move in, attack. No, there's no such thing as that here, because here in CA there's what we call cell-based movement. Whereas if, let's say, you have this guy here, and if you want him to move here, he has to commit 1 cell's worth of movement. So there's no such thing as stutter stepping here. That's why it's not like if you have a really high APM that means like you're playing really good, right? It just means you're sending a lot of orders. That's why in CA information is key. If, let's say, Sir here has sent in his Storm Riders, get information, he knows where Hyper's troops are. So he's like, okay, I see troops from Hyper here. What if I send a quote-unquote detachment and an attack here, and then I bait him from these troops, go in this direction, try to kill them. When it was just like a small detachment, right? So it goes in, these troops will go here. So one of the Storm Rider will collect information, and Sir will know that there's no more troops here. That's the time when it's like they're here. You go in and kill them. So again, in CA, movement information is key. You just need to be prepared. You just need to prepare your troops on the locations you believe where they are at. So let's go back to the productions. We see here Hyper is now placing a repair facility. So right now, Sir is doing what I've said to get information. Part of it is just to poke, and part of it is just to see what kind of infantry, what kind of vehicle Hyper is doing right now. So Sir has 2 gravity stabilizers, but no SDs whatsoever. Hyper has been notified to this, and he's trying to split his micro, but to no avail. So right now he is just running away. the way I do it, queue it here, repair, and then go back. Or maybe just wait for this to finish. Anyway, we are here on this fight. The first clash of the game. We see Sir having an advantage of 1.3k, but here's the Aurora. Will it destroy it? Boom! Will it be enough? But no. Sir is still ahead by 10k. I think Hyper is gonna be having a little bit of a problem. Still manageable. Oh no, the Stormcaller was too late. A lot of infantry from Sir died there, and because of that, I believe Hyper takes the cake on that fight. If one of those if all of the vehicles there were in front, he would have not lost them. As how it went. As you can see there, Hyper had, Sir had an advantage of like 10k, but he still lost because of like the positioning, the good counters. He had 3. Like I think he had 4. He had 4 HMLRS in that fight, and everything that they were doing, these are the artillery for GDI. They were picking off the infantry. So a good micro really helps a lot. Oh, boom! That's a 3k damage right there.
What was that?
That was an Aurora, my friend.
So Sir hasn't encountered...
And they do not like you.
So Sir hasn't encountered an Aurora bombings yet. If anything, I believe he should stop making these things and get some anti-air. So right now he's dropping it there. It's not...
Ah, I forgot about that shit.
What the fuck was that?
If you try to hit a target that's too close...
Too close? Okay.
The Aurora will miss. Yeah.
Okay, I see. I was like, that's impossible.
Nope. I remember whining about that to Dark and fuck.
Did he change it?
No.
Okay. maybe
It was just sort of...
he's just doing that out of spite or something. I don't know. So we are seeing a good attack.
Maybe.
Oh shit. One Storm Rider dead. So I think they have the same speed. So the Storm Rider went in, go back and destroy one of Hyper's refineries. So what Hyper could do? Yeah, good job. So he knows what to do. Instead of having them stay here or go here, he made these guys go here. Good bombing run. He didn't lose this. It's okay. But anyway, yeah, he transferred these things, put it here so that they could get more money instead of having them stay here with, very, very little Siberium to harvest. So anyway, what we think Sir is doing right now... Oh, very nice. He has made a regeneration base. So right now, he will not be throwing any kind of... He will not be throwing away his Storm Riders, is what I'm saying. That is weird. Why did... I think he missed microed or something, like in the middle of repairing or rearming. But anyway, he can use this to his advantage. He already has the numbers needed to destroy the refinery. So all Sir would need to do in this game... Ooh, he's bringing them in. Oh no, that is not good, Hyper. He is throwing away a lot of his HMLRS. And now Sir has free reign in the air. Hyper has no way to sanitize the airspace right now. Ooh, that's a sneaky drop. He's dropping in a Vulcan. Ooh, it almost killed that one. However, as I said, Sir can really take his time with his Storm Riders. He has a lot already. He could pick off one by one. But I don't think Hyper has the damage to destroy all of the Storm Riders. He got 2! Very good. Maybe he's still on this. One of the Harvesters is now being dethroned from his location. Doesn't look good. So all the Storm Riders are dead. He doesn't have... no, he has Impaler, so he has anti-infantry. And boom. So this expansion here is down. Hyper is staying behind, trying to make another refinery so that he can replenish this once again. It's not looking good for him. As I said, Sir has a lot of Storm Riders, and they are being repaired. Repairs cost no money in CA. You just need to make sure that your troops are alive. So here he's just running around. Oh, are you gonna drop it? No! Aurora is dead, Commando's dead, and I could still pull this back a bit out of his ass. You need to micro. However, a detachment is here in the back. Oh, he placed it here? What? I wouldn't really place it here because you have refineries here already. If anything, I'd place it here so that in case you have the other harvesters ready to gather resources for you, they already have a spot to unload. Is he paying attention? He is paying attention. And not much damage. So the other thing Hyper could do is do a bombing run on the refineries. That will help his case. What is he going to do here? Is he making another? Yeah, he's making another Aurora. This game could go either way, ladies and gents. Was he spotted? I think that was game sense. And that's a neat trick you could do with Auroras. You can force fire one target and then it'll be away. And there we go. Hyper started to listen to me. We are communicating telepathically.
They should change that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. They should. But it depends if like people find it too overpowered or something.
It's a little bit. I mean, initially, Auroras could gain a speed boost when you focus fire the ground, or when you try to. But well, now they can't do that because it's kind of an exploit. And now you still can if you. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, in case someone's gonna say it's like player expression or micro or something.
Player expression these nuts. I don't fucking know, dude. It just sounds stupid. Alright. I'm absolutely dead here. GG, my friend.
Both are good games, I'd say. And there it is, my friends. Hyper being kicked down from the top of the shadow ladder. It is now Sir being the top of the shadow.
Neither of us were even playing Shadow.
Battle control terminated.